Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekly connection ritual. It is another week, another time to settle in, think about the energy we share, the connections we can make across the miles, and practice meeting one another in spaces beyond our physical space. I started doing these over a year ago when the world went into lockdown to help us feel less isolated, to help those of us who were languishing in solitude reach across the miles despite where they may physically have been, so that they had a sense of community and a sense of support. You don't need to know how to do anything special for this. Just listen to the sound of my voice. It can help if you set your space before we set the psychic space. So if you can have a few quiet moments, if you like incense, if there are candles, if changing the lighting in your particular location helps you to focus, helps you to feel a little bit more centered, do that now. Find a comfortable way to sit or stand or lay down. If you like a little music in the background, now's the time to cue it up. The week, it hasn't stopped being a trial. We're still in very interesting times, but set any of your concerns aside. Set your stress and your tension aside. It may be difficult. Don't try to make it go away. Just take anything that is distracting you, any worries, any anxieties, any internal conflicts, and just put them aside. Acknowledge that they're there, but set them over to the side. They will still be there when we're done. They don't go away. They don't magically solve themselves. But in this moment, we can be present. We can take a few breaths. We can be kind to ourselves. We can indulge in reaching beyond what might be distracting us, the different trials of this current life. Once you have your space settled in, what we're going to do, I call it a ritual, but really it's a guided meditation. We're going to focus on energy across distance. We're going to learn that we can reach out to one another no matter where we are physically located. That our physical bodies are our vessels only, but they are not prisons. And no matter where you are, no matter where I am, no matter where the people you love might be located, they are only a thought away. And if we need support, or if we have support to give, that too is only a thought away. So again, get comfortable. Do whatever you may do to relax a little bit. And again, set any of those concerns aside that might distract you. And I will begin with the words of the Keprian charge as a way of bookending and helping to declare the space. First, let me light a candle for us to focus. We are the many born. We are the immortal. Eternal we wander the aeons, moving to the rhythm of our own inner tides. We are active elements moving through passive worlds. Endlessly we die and are reborn, changed yet unchanging through the years. We move from lifetime to lifetime, taking up bodies as garments. Ours is a journey toward understanding, and our charge is knowledge and wisdom. We are the catalysts, and as we awaken to ourselves, we serve to awaken the very world. Take a few moments to simply be, wherever you are, however you feel, just be present in your physical body. Take stock of how that feels right now. Whether it's good or bad, whether it's troublesome, however you feel right now, be present with that. Anything that you find uncomfortable, anything you find conflicting, like I said, set that aside. It's there, but it moves through you. Acknowledge it, move it aside. And then just try to relax into the sensation of your presence in this moment. There's a candle in front of me. You may have a candle yourself. You may not. It's not strictly necessary. What I ask is close your eyes against either the candle shine or the light where you sit. Close your eyes not to block the light out, but to turn your vision inward. Seek the light inside of you. That immortal, enduring spark that you may experience as a flame, as a star, as a song. It may be a name you only recall in dreams. It may be a scent you recall from childhood, a place of comfort. However it manifests to you, as you close your eyes, allow your vision to spiral in deeper and deeper. Allow yourself to seek deeper and beyond just the vessel of your flesh until you find the scintillating, undying core of you, the very center of your being. And just as you sat in your body, now settle into that. Be present in this calm, centered, sheltered space that is you and you alone. It is a space with boundaries that gives you a sense of where you end and the rest of the world begins. And in this moment, you occupy all of the space, and nothing outside of you can intrude. Nothing distracts, nothing pulls you away from yourself, none of your obligations, none of the things you yearn for. You are centered and sheltered and whole in yourself and in this moment. Rest in that for a few heartbeats. Remind yourself what it feels like to be centered, to be you without your obligations to others, without your distractions from the world around you, without the push and pull of responsibility or trying to be something to other people. Be you and only you. There's a certain peace to this, a restful solitude. As you rest in this calm, centered, and sheltered space, turn your attention now to the boundaries around you. They can be walls of a fortress that protect you, or they can be gates where you invite others to commune, where you can reach out to the world beyond you. You and you alone have control over how you open this space to others, how you reach beyond it. The world often tells you you have no right to maintain these boundaries, but this is yours. Affirm that now. Only that which you invite can be here with you. And when you reach out to the world around you, it is only with permission that you can engage. With that in mind, look out beyond the boundaries in this calm and centered space where you are a bright and burning, unquenchable thing. There are tiny filaments of light that stretch across the miles, that weave through the vastness of space, an endless ebb and flow of light. And every one of these pathways, unbroken, eternal, carries light and life, emotion, memory, and there are many, many countless points of other brightnesses out there beyond your space. Each one of them, like you, is an undying and immortal star, a being beyond their body, whole and complete in themselves, and yet connected each to each, no matter the distance, even across the boundaries of life and death. If you are comfortable with it, if you are willing, if you have the strength to do so, reach out beyond your sheltered space and follow these webwork, these pathways between all the stars. Pick a few that stand out to you, the bright ones, the ones that are deep and familiar, or perhaps a few that have grown frail, pale, worn down and thin with misuse. Follow where the universe calls you in this moment. Follow where you are needed or where you need to go. Memory, emotion, thought, intent, all of these are transmitted across these pathways like wires. As you reach out to other people with whom you share connections, if you have strength to offer, if you have emotional support you can give, if you have joy and beauty and love, kindness, offer that. Ask permission to be someone supportive. Ask permission to give. If the recent week has found you in a difficult place, a dark place, ask permission for others to support you. If you need a word of kindness, if you need a sense of connection, compassion from the world around you, ask for that. Give yourself permission to be supported by the kindness of others. Just as you took a few moments to be centered in your own space, take a few moments to be expansive, to see how far out across all of these distances you can reach. What voices are familiar? What lights do you recognize? Where do your connections lead you? Where do you still need work to heal, to grow stronger, to be better at what you choose to do with yourself, with your life? Is there help out here? Are there answers for you out here? And if not, do you have things you can share with others? Give yourself permission to be your whole self, your brightest self, your best self. That is someone who can have every right to be weak, to be in need, to ask for help. And that is also someone who has every right to be so strong they can hold everyone else up. We are all connected. We are stronger together. And this is a space you can come back to again and again. In truth, we never truly leave. It's so hard to want to come back, I know. But for the moment, first, let yourself come back to your calm and centered space, that sheltered space that is solitude only if you want it to be. All of the connections remain, your ability to follow them, you remember. But come back and be just in yourself, just be yourself. Detach and center and find those boundaries again and be whole. A little enriched, a little wiser, a little lighter of heart, maybe a little weepy, but in the best way. And again, sit in that space that is yours. Be centered, be present. You can always return. We have passed this way before, and we will pass this way again. We have been many things to one another, teachers, lovers, friends, and bitterest enemies. But through it all, we have remained tied together soul to soul in this, our ancient family. May we endure together peacefully. May we enjoy each new lifetime as it comes. May we strengthen each other as we strengthen ourselves, and may we find one another in every time and in every place to share this fellowship and to celebrate this bond. Come back to your body, the space where you reside. Remember, you can always come back to these spaces. Remember the feel of that centered space, and remember the feel of having boundaries that you choose. That's important to get you through the rest of the week. I will see you again next Saturday. Thank you and good night.